What's up, YouTube? This is CoolStoryBrobat bringing you Narrated Showdown Battle number 106 here. And this is on the UU ladder. This is really old. This is like from December 20th. This is from last December, man. So this is like over 2 months ago. So anyway, this battle's against TewMew on the UU ladder. This is when I was using my Mega Swampert team. This is probably one of my favorite teams I made, though. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten really high with the team. I don't know. During this entire period between now and like ever since last August, which is like a freaking duration of 6 months, I haven't felt like I've been all that great at UU. Like, despite the fact I've been keeping my head above water, I guess above the 1400s, I feel like I'm not all that great at UU, and that has in turn kind of contributed to some of my salt. But this is a decent team I made, one of the closer to decent ones I guess I'll talk about. Built around Mega Swampert and the Tornadus combo. I wanted to use Mega Swampert on a team that capitalized on its rain, but wasn't exclusively built around rain. Coco Loco did a similar concept in Gen 5 with his team that he refers to as Animali. He did the same thing with Rain Dance Tornadus and Offensive Kingdra. So, pretty much I decided to just rip this concept and try it for myself using Mega Swampert as that Kingdra. Because what I like about Mega Swampert, he can set up rain for himself, he's bulky as heck, and he hits hard as heck, and once he gets rain up, he's a massive threat to offensive teams. And he's Swampert, he's the breakfast of champions, he's freaking Wheaties, man, come on. So, Life Forward Prankster Tornadus with Rain Dance and 3 attacks, Hurricane, Superpowered Grass Knot, helps me cover a wide range of Pokemon, lets me beat out Blissey and stuff, and Curslax. Choice Banded Goodra, I love it, it's pretty awesome. Nothing much else to say. Most people don't expect it. I don't get why. It's so good. Of course, this metagame was over like 2.5 months ago. Things have changed. For instance, Jirachi's moved up to OU now, so there's not much else to say about it. But when I was using it, was especially defensive Jirachi. He sort of held the team together, made a decent core with Tentacruel and Whimsicott, and set up Stealth Rock for me and used Wish and U-Turn. It was actually a pretty nice set because it let me get like offensive wishes, like without having to rely on Protect, and I could use Iron Head. Yeah, it was a good set. I liked it. Tentacruel, defensive Tentacruel, standard, rapid spin, toxic spike, scald, haze. Yeah. And lastly, expert belt Whimsicott. This is something fun I threw together. Usually Whimsicott is offensive and runs Pixie Plate. I ran expert belt because I feel like most of the stuff you use Moonblast on is weak to it anyway. So you still get the same damage output, but it boosts all your other moves now when they're super effective. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like now, with HP Fire on Whimsicott, yes, I'm that kind of dude with HP Fire on Whimsicott because I hate Shedinja. Shedinja ruined my team once. So I kill Fortress with it, I can do a lot more damage to bulky waters with Giga Drain, and I have U-Turn for momentum, so it's all good. Now TewMew here, and this dude was like in the 1700s. He's like in the top position on the ladder, pretty much. I stumbled into him. I was just playing UU late one night with this team and just stumbled into this guy. So he has what looks like a really stally team. It looks like Curslax is his optimal win condition. However, between using like Dragalge, Crocodile, and I guess to an extent Whimsicott, he can kind of pressure some of Curslax's checks. Like Dragalge and Alamomola and Mega Aerodactyl pretty much keep fighting types in check all throughout the match. Whimsicott also, for that matter. Like, his team's real anti-fighting. He has Whimsicott to deal with bulky waters, Dragalge to blow him up with, and Crocodile's just kind of a nuisance. You know, I mean, Crocodile in general just goes great on almost any team. Knocks off items, hits things with Earthquake, provides a Volt Switch immunity, so on and so forth. Yeah, it's a real solid looking team he has here, and I'm kind of worried because I need Whimsicott out the way if I want to have a chance to sweep. Snorlax often will take a hit, use Curse, and then rest up, and then I'll just get slept on, I should say, by it. So I got to get rid of that thing, or at least have it weakened up enough that it can't try to just stall me out and eventually set up at the same time. And I gotta have Alamomola dead. So pretty much, it's looking like Swampert's actually not going to be pulling the most weight here. Tornadus is going to kind of pull some weight because the mixed wall breaking capability makes only like Aerodactyl like his only real switch into it. Like, even though Snorlax can take a superpower, it doesn't want to have to repeatedly keep taking superpowers, you know? And if Snorlax happens to have a decent chunk of damage taken out of it before it comes in on Tornadus, then even more so when Superpower smacks it in the face. Choice Banded Goodra, definitely going to puncture some holes in this guy's team. It does carry Fire Punch if he tries to get cheeky with Whimsicott, and it outruns most of his bulky Pokemon. And yeah, Mega Aerodactyl is kind of an issue, but I'm not too worried about it. Long as I can get Swampert Mega Evolved and get Rain up, or just make sure Tentacruel's healthy enough to take a single Earthquake. And Jirachi also can take one. But yeah, enough talking. Let's get into this and let's see how this plays out. He leads off with his own Aerodactyl. I lead off with my Jirachi. This is going to be his default user, so I'm not going to set up Stealth Rock. He gets this critical hit on me, which is kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, it pretty much gives away the fact that I'm using a defensive Jirachi. I thought I was going to be able to bluff Scarf on him really well, but it didn't work too nice. So I send in Wheaties after he uses Roost. He switches out to Alomomola. I Mega Evolve and use Waterfall. When I was using this team, the main goal was to just get Swampert a free turn and Mega Evolve and use an attack and switch it back out. So that when I do use Rain Dance with Tornadus, I can use the full capacity of Rain Dance. He uses Wish, sends in his Snorlax. I use Outrage. He goes back to his Alomomola, sponges another Outrage. It's already punching holes. I'm putting the pressure on him real early in the game. I get confused. I switch out. I go to Jirachi. He uses Wish here, and I'm going to predict him to go to something. Obviously, I'm just going to use User. He could have stayed in very well all the same. I would have went to Tentacruel if he did, but he receives the Wish with Crocodile. I go to Whimsicott. He switches out, goes to Dragalge. Moonblast does jack to it because it has a naturally incredible special defense stat. Go to Jirachi. He Focus Blasts. Thanks to specially defensive Jirachi, it manages to live this Focus Blast. Any other set would have died to this. So he sends in his Crocodiles. I set up my Stealth Rock here. Jirachi's pretty much done his job. I let him kill it with Pursuit. I wasn't even switching out anyway, but he's life for a Crocodile. I get another free switch to Whimsicott. Moonblast his Crocodile. It goes down. He sacked it. He sends in his Aerodactyl. I decide I'm going to be huge here. Predict the default. But somehow I realized I outrun this thing. He runs a super bulky Mega Aerodactyl, and that was just a dead giveaway. Not bad at all. So on Moonblast, he goes to Dragalge, succumbs to the 2-hit KO. He goes to Snorlax. I know I'm not going to be able to kill this thing. He gets a free turn to rest, so I'm not going to let him rest. I'm going to keep the offensive pressure up. U-turn, go to Tornadus, get ready to smack this thing in the face with a superpower. Bam. Look at that. Clean 2-hit KO. Nice and clean. And he's going to go for Sleep Talk here. If he used Curse, I might actually not have been able to kill him with this next superpower. But it wouldn't have mattered because he would have still been asleep for another turn anyway. So he goes to his Alomomola on the superpower. Good play, of course. He switches back out, back to his Snorlax. I was going for Hurricane because I tried to smack this thing. And pretty much now, I got him folding to the offensive pressure. He's trying to play too defensively. I went for Grass Knot in case he tried to go to Alomomola, even though Alomomola is light as heck anyway. Snorlax is heavy enough that it dies to it. Goes for Stone Edge on Tentacruel. He misses, but I don't think it matters much because he's running a really bulky Aerodactyl set, so I don't even think he would have had a chance to 2-hit KO in the first place. He gets burned by Scald. Stone Edges, doesn't do much, dies to this next Scald. All he's got left is Whimsicott and Alomomola now, and I just set up Toxic Spikes. I set up my first layer of Toxic Spikes. I'm gonna go for another layer. I take the Scald to the face. Keep it real easy, keep it real simple. He gets the critical Scald with the burn, but it doesn't do much. I pretty much got this one out now because all I gotta do is just sit here. I go to Whimsicott, and thanks to Expert Belt, Giga Drain is going to do a ton to Alomomola. Look at that. A lot of damage. He Toxics me, but it's not going to be enough to really stop me. He uses Protect, trying to outlast me for an extra turn, but it's not really going to save you. And once he switches out to his Whimsicott, that's going to get that thing poisoned. I predict that, and oh no, I don't predict that. I just didn't just keep going for Giga Drain. It doesn't matter because now his whole team is toxiced out. So I reveal my hidden power Fire Expert Belt Whimsicott. It does like 48% to it. Not too bad, but not too great either at the same time, I guess. So I just hidden power Fire this thing. I let my Whimsicott go down as his dies at the same time. I'm not too worried about his Alomomola because he can't stall me out anyway. My Choice Banded Goodra has Power Whip, smack that thing in the face with it, and done. That's good game, TewMew. Yeah, I don't think I'm a better player than this guy in any regard. He's much more consistent than I am. So is everybody else that's up there on the ladder. The best I've done lately is like gotten to like the mid 1500s. I might have touched 1600 at one point, almost. No, I ain't touched 1600. Who am I kidding? I got like the mid 1500s, and I just tilted and tilted and tilted again. It's just been up and down. That's why I ain't been playing UU as much. It's just too tilty for me to keep playing it. I did better in RU in 3 days than I did in UU in 6 months. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, like I said, that was a good game. TewMew. That's probably one of my favorite UU teams. It sucks to see it go because there's not really any replacement for especially defensive Jirachi. I don't want to use Bronze Zone because it doesn't do the same things for my team. It doesn't get momentum. Can't use Wish. It really the only thing it's good for is setting up Stealth Rock in this regard. So yeah, I erased that team. If I do try to bring it back, I guess I could go with something different, something more offensive, hopefully. But I don't know. My interest in UU's been declining as of late, and I'm just going over an old replay because I thought it was a really cool game against a really good player. But yeah, enough about that. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, and peace.